last year, not looking for a repeat performance at home. First quarter, Ian Stolar gets the handoff, big hole left side, makes another move. He won't let the first man get him down. 23-yard gain. Later, same drive. Bulldog quarterback Ryan Clay, the keeper for the score. Rossford up 7-0 early. Eastwood, after a second quarter interception, capitalizes with Brent Schlumbon. The touchdown just before the half, and Eastwood holds on for 14-7 to win. Let's send it back over to Todd.
Thanks, Kenny. I'm here with Todd Drusbeck, head coach of the Rossford Bulldogs, and one of his outstanding players, Ian Stolar. Big guy, thanks so much for being here. Coacher, we go way back, I'll tell you this. Ian, I want to start with you. We were talking off-air in the green room. I asked you what number you have. I always ask everybody what number they are. I always like the number association. And first of all, you said that you got number 5 because that was all that was left. That was left over, number 5. So Ian's thinking, number 5, no big deal. And then we were chatting off air. I want you to Google Paul Horning, one of the great running backs in the history of the NFL. But what's ironic about this is Mr. Horning was a run-pass guy. In other words, he ran the football extremely well, but he also caught passes coming out of the backfield. He was very good at it. Matter of fact, he could also throw. So you have a number 5 and having almost 900 yards total offense with the receiving and the running is very cool. What have you enjoyed the most about this season so far, Ian?
We're finally starting to win football games, and that's always nice. And the whole attitude and atmosphere has changed, and it's great. And now we have people in the city looking forward to our games every Friday, and there's a lot more support.
I asked you said something that's very cool there about winning football games. The average person, they just don't understand football. They don't know how hard it is sometimes to win a game. And you have to change the culture, and you have to change the attitude. And I know, your head coach, I've known him for a long time, and I always knew he was destined to be a great coach. He just had that aura about him of class, hard work, do it the right way. What was the biggest thing that Coach had to change in your Rossford program to get these guys to say, hey, when we show up, we're going to win? What was the biggest thing he had to change?
I think it was the work ethic of everybody.
Yeah.
Because once you change the work ethic, then everybody's confidence grows. And when people have confidence, they're obviously going to perform better. And once you have the confidence and faith in yourself to go out and perform, you're going to do it.
Yeah, and you're a leader. I mean, you're the kind of guy that I get to watch on Friday when all the highlights come in on the Friday night games, and I watch a lot of your clips. And you're a guy, to me, if I was on the team, you're a guy that I would watch by example. In that you do whatever your team has to do to win. You're not worried about headlines. You're not worried about getting recognized. You want your team to do well. Where'd you get that kind of attitude? Because that's a great attitude.
Honestly, I learned it when in 6th grade there was a Little League weight limit.
Yeah.
And I actually had to play line that whole year. And I'd been a running back my whole life before that. And it just gave me a new respect for what they have to do. And it just made me respect every position on the field a lot more.
I guess you are a very smart young man. That is a great perspective. Coach, you and I have chatted so many times, and we're so proud of what you've done to come into a program where the kids have lost. And nothing pejorative to the kids, but they lost, and it was year after year after year, and that pressure builds up. You're walking down the halls, and the kids are getting ribbed by other kids, or they're getting it when they go to the drugstore from an adult that says, hey, you guys are going to get beat tonight. You changed that whole paradigm. What's the biggest thing in your mind that you had to do to change the paradigm?
Well, I really agree with Ian. I mean, I think you have to put in the time to feel that ownership, to develop that confidence. It's something you can't fake. But I told the kids coming in, I mean, I don't have any magic potions or pills or anything like that. It's hard work.
Yeah.
And because they did that, guys like Ian and the other seniors and, a lot of our team, and Ian's been a big guy leading by example, there's some resiliency that is developed when things aren't going well during the game because they've put more time into it. So I agree with Ian. It's just a combination of things. I think when you got that work ethic and that leadership, comes unity, chemistry, all those intangibles that you need.
Coach, you're the kind of guy, to me, as a player, and Ian, you back me up on this, that I'd want to play for because your coach is such an honest guy, and there's nothing fake. Sometimes coaches can be, they're one way when they're talking to this group, and they can be another way when they're talking to another group. Coach has always been, who he is who he is, and it's honest, and it's real, and I would think as a player, I would relate to that. Is that how you kind of same kind of thing for you?
Yeah, he's not going to fake it. If you're not doing your job, he's going to let you know. And if you are doing your job, he's still going to help you fix the things you might not be doing right.
Right. This guy, Coach, is He's
Yeah, I slipped him a 20 before this interview now.
You know what? I get to interview privileged to interview a lot of the young people, and he's a very smart young man, very perceptive for your age. Coach and Ian, on behalf of Buckeye Cable, BCSN, SCORE, and our crew in Kent Washington, we want to congratulate you guys on your success and continued success. You're an example to every program out there that has had hard times and has struggled. That there's light at the end of the tunnel.